Das ist eine schöne Übung für uns. If you're just tuning in, let me say willkommen to you and kindly find yourself somewhere to write even as we proceed in the following, all right? Now, in the following video, what I'd like us to do is this. There is a passage right here, and we are expected to fill in with the correct with the correct verb endings, yeah? Now, if there is any topic that is normally one of the most important in German class, is on the conjugation of verbs. All right, the topic on conjugation of verbs. You realize, just like in English, we have various types of verbs, whether it's the regular verbs, the irregular verbs, separable, inseparable, etc. So now we are expected to fill in the correct verb endings in the following passage, okay? So let's go ahead then and read the following text. Begins like this. So here we go. Hallo, we're here. Hallo, ich heiße Masahiro, okay? Ich heiße Masahiro und dash. So what do you think about here? Now the subject is ich. Ich heiße. Now remember in ich, the verb is normally I, right? So, ich heiße Masahiro und komm dash. I'm going to give you the chance to test yourself first of all. What do you think I would add here? Remember they've used ich. So because it is ich, now under ich, you remember, we have to add I, right? So you'd say ich komme. We add an I right here. That's why it's komme, right? So ich heiße Masahiro und komme aus Japan, from Japan, right? And then proceeds to say, und woher, then I have komm, dash. The subject here is do. Do you remember the ending for do? Right. So do, the ending is normally st. So you'd say, und woher kommst. Now it is st. Woher kommst du? You add an st, right? So let's take it real quick from the top again. Ich heiße Masahiro und komme aus Japan. Und woher kommst du? Now I've added st because do, in do we add st, right? So I continue to read. Aus der Türkei. Aus der Türkei, from Turkey. Aus der Türkei, from Turkey. And then the person continues. Ich. What do you think is the ending? If in case you would wish to comment an ending here, you are free to do so, right? Ich. They've used ich. Do you remember the ending for ich? So in ich, we add I. So I would say, ich heiße. Ich heiße. I am called. Ich heiße Ahmed. I am called Ahmed, right? Und er, komm dash. Then they've used er. Remember in er that the ending is t, right? So und er kommt. So it is kommt. Kommt er aus Frankreich? Do you come from France? That is, kommt er aus Frankreich? Do you come from France? Then they continue. Er spricht. Now remember, we were still using the er. So in er, the ending is the er spricht. Er spricht beide Französisch, oder? Which now means you speak, the word beide is both. You both speak French, or ihr sprecht beide Französisch, oder? And then, ja, wer. Now they've used wer. You remember that in wer, the ending is normally en. Ja, wir wohnen, en. Wir wohnen, we live. Wir wohnen in Paris. We live in Paris, right? Und hier, das ist Frederik. Das ist Frederik. Und das ist Charles. That is Charles, right? Die beiden, which means the both of them, right? Die beiden arbeit dash. Now, because they're talking about two people, for plural, you will now add en. Beiden, arbeiten. So before I proceed with this one, please remind yourself of the following ending. You remember that in ich, we add e, right? You remember that ich, you add e. And then in do, we normally add st. Okay? Ich is e, do is st. And then er, sie, es. Er, sie, es. In er, sie, es, what happens is you add t. And then z, for z, what do? You add en, right? You add en, plural side, wir is en, and then you have er is t, z is en, we have z is en, and then finally z is also en. So this can be a getting factor even as we proceed. So die beiden arbeiten, the both of them work mit uns zusammen. They work with us together, right? And then they continue. Hallo Frederik. Hallo Frederik. Leb dash du. They've used do. We've said that in do, the ending is st, right? So lebst du. Do you live, right? Lebst du auch in Paris? Do you also live in Paris? Nein. Ich nicht. No, not I, not me. And then, nein, ich nicht. Aber Charles, er lebt dash. So they've used er here. Here is er. And we said in er, the ending is t, right? So er lebt. Er lebt dot. He lives there. Er lebt dot. He lives there. And then, ich wohne dash. Ich wohne. Now, remember, ich is e, right? So you say, ich wohne. Ich wohne in Versailles, right? And then the last line, und du, now do is st or est. In this case, we'd add an est. Und du arbeitest in Paris. Ja, das ist nicht so weit. Yes, that is not very far. So I'd like us to go ahead then and read from the very start. I would recommend you also read from your end to help you practice your pronunciation, okay? So here we go. Let's read together. 1, 2, read. Hallo, ich heiße Masahiro und komme aus Japan. Und woher kommst du? Aus der Türkei. Ich heiße Ahmed. Und kommt ihr aus Frankreich? Ihr sprecht beide Französisch, oder? Ja, wir wohnen in Paris. Und hier, das ist Frederik und das ist Charles. Die beiden arbeiten mit uns zusammen. Hallo Frederik, lebst du auch in Paris? Nein, ich nicht, aber Charles, er lebt dort. Ich wohne in Versailles. Und du, so it is, und du arbeitest in Paris. Ja, das ist nicht so weit. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a short close test just to see how good you are with your verbs. I would recommend you play this video again, share it out to ensure that you're constantly practicing your your verb endings, okay? So with that short peek, let me say, das ist alles. Tschüss, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.